Magandang araw po sa ating lahat, no? Again, this is JM, your friend and your coach here in IMG. So for today, yung pag-uusapan natin, saan ba mas magandang mag-invest? Sa Bitcoin ba o sa mutual funds? So this is a very big question because a lot of people are asking me, Jay, are you investing in Bitcoin? So of course, no, as a young entrepreneur and a young stock market investor, so nagtatanong din sila if I am exploring the world of cryptocurrency. But of course, as of now, no, if you would notice, so nandito sa screen natin, this is the current price of 1 Bitcoin, 1 coin, no, or 1 Bitcoin. So this is the current price. So that's 2.4 million pesos. Grabe, no, napakalaki. It's like mas malaki pa yung presyo niya, no, na para siyang gold. When in fact, this is just a digital currency. 'Di ba? Nasa online lang siya. But nakikita nyo, this coin is very powerful. No? So, paano ba nag-work yung Bitcoin? Okay? So, how does Bitcoin work? So, Bitcoin work because this is a worldwide decentralized peer-to-peer network. So, actually, you can acquire Bitcoin in many ways, but the most common way is, of course, not to buy Bitcoin with cash, or you can exchange cash to Bitcoin, or pwede rin naman other cryptocurrencies to Bitcoin, kasi hindi lang naman Bitcoin yung cryptocurrency. Bitcoin lang, siya lang yung pinakasikat, no, na cryptocurrency in the cryptocurrency world. Siya yung top 1 kasi parang siya yung nauna. So something like that, no? Then of course, there are some people, no, na nagmamine, no, minimina yung Bitcoin. So bakit minimina yung Bitcoin, no? Para siyang gold. So actually, itong Bitcoin, minimina siya per block. So ano naman yung block, no? So actually malalim to, no, if we will discuss this one, because me actually inaral ko tong cryptocurrency when I was back in college, no? So that was around 2014, no, or 2015. So matagal na rin, no, tinitingnan ko lang siya. Then of course, no, pwede ka naman mag-mine, no, per block, no, if you have a strong engine computer na ginagamit diyan. We have ant miners, no, or meron mang mga mining rigs, but of course, it's not very advisable to mine Bitcoin in the Philippines because mahal yung electricity, and at the same time napakainit ng temperature. So yung of course, no, kailangan mo rin ng mining rig na malakas. So ano yan siya, no, parang computer na magso-solve ng algorithm sa per block ng Bitcoin, na pag na-solve mo yung block na yon, then you will earn rewards, no, by having a piece, no, of Bitcoin. So yun yung tinatawag na mining. So yung iba naman ine-exchange, no, tinitrade, yung sinabi ko kanina na tinitrading yung Bitcoin from cash to Bitcoin, no, or pwede naman other currencies to Bitcoin. Then of course, pag nakakuha ka ng Bitcoin, ilalagay mo to sa isang Bitcoin wallet or isang online, no, na wallet, no, na ginagamit natin for Bitcoin. So marami pong mga online wallet. So of course, no, I'm just here, no, to give you an overview of what is Bitcoin and how does it work, so something like that. So of course, nakikita natin right now, no, na there are really some people na yumaman sa Bitcoin. But they invested in Bitcoin way longer, no, before na naging ganito yung price niya. So actually, some people invested in Bitcoin nung centavos pa lang. But of course, no, hindi siya kaagad sikat, no, dito sa Pilipinas when it started, because it was, I think, no, highly accepted actually sa US. No, so ito yung Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. So basically, cryptocurrency is just an online currency because it only exists online. 'Di ba? Yung Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So kung titingnan mo right now, if you will go to CoinMarketCap, no, if you want to know the prices of every cryptocurrency out there, so actually there are thousands of cryptocurrencies, no, na nagla-launch ng ICO or initial coin offering, but some of them are gone already. So that's why since it is online, this is very volatile, no, for money loss. So something like that, because um this is a liquid asset. So actually hindi siya intangible asset po ito, no. So and the price may go up or down, and this is very unpredictable, no. Yun yung difference. Of course, there are some people who trade with it, no. So but for me, if you trade with it and you don't have enough knowledge, this is very dangerous, no. So take my word for it. Trading with cryptocurrency is very dangerous, especially if you don't have any knowledge about it. So before you dive into this kind of investment, then you need to learn first, no. Pag-aralan mo muna siya, because a lot of people these days, these cryptocurrencies are taking advantage of, ginawa nilang scam. Diba? So some people are promising you na bibigyan ka nilang 20 to 30% return, something like that, if you will invest to something like this, and eventually, no, bigla na lang sila maglalaho. Because I have a lot of friends, no, na ganun yung nangyari sa kanila because they are not knowledgeable enough. So napakarami. We have Ethereum, we have Tether or the USDT, the Binance coin. So Binance is a trading platform as well, but they have their own cryptocurrency as well. Then the Cardano, the ADA, then of course the XRP, no, and a lot more, no, a lot more of tawag nito, cryptocurrencies. Pero yung pinakasikat lang, number one, is Bitcoin. So if you will look at the history of Bitcoin, no, pwede mong tignan sa charts. So titignan natin sa charts, no, yung history niya. So hintayin lang natin mag-load, no, yung sa Bitcoin. So ayun, no, nag-load na rin siya. So this is the current price. So actually kanina nung tumingin tayo, that is around $50,000. Then in just a matter of around few minutes, so naging $51,000 yung value niya per coin. So nakita niya, it's very unpredictable. Then later on, bibiglang magiging 48, no? Babagsak and aakyat. So that's very unpredictable. So I warn you guys, if you don't have enough knowledge for this one, do not try to dive in and surrender. Tingnan nyo na 50 na naman, no? So do not try to dive in this kind of investment if you don't have enough knowledge for it. So yun lang yung maa-advise ko sa inyo, no? So this is the history of Bitcoin. So actually, way back in April 29, 2013, so the coin is around $143.19 per coin. Then eventually, throughout the time, so actually, nag-bull run siya last December 18, 2017. Then eventually, no, nag-bear yung market. Then nag-down din siya. Then of course, March 2nd, 2020, so the price is around ano pa to siya, no, bumaba during the COVID-19 lockdown. So bumaba siya ng around 6,000 or 5,000 per coin, $5,000. So that's around if you will convert it to peso, so that's around 250,000. So something like that, no? Correct me if I'm wrong. So then eventually, after the 2020, no, so December 21st, it hit the $22,000 mark, which not everyone believed that before, no. So even me, na meron ng alam, then eventually it take to 36, and people went crazy when it went to 50, no, 51, 53, no, the highest, no. So that's one of the highest, no, the peak, some of the peak, no, of this Bitcoin bubble. So a lot of people ride the wave, no, and some people really get rich. But at the end of the day, if you don't have this coin right now, kung hindi ka nag-invest before, then of course you're very late to the party, no. So if you're not familiar with trading, exchanging your fiat or your your cash with Bitcoin, then I advise you not to wag kang magpadalos-dalos no in engaging with this one, because to tell you honestly, this is really unpredictable, no? And at the same time, um do not invest what you can't afford to lose. So ganun naman talaga always in investing. Kung hindi mo kayang mawala sa'yo, do not invest that one. Especially kung pambayad mo ng tuition, pambayad mo ng bahay, no, or meron kang anything, no, na malaking fund. So it depends on you as well. So I do not say na mag-invest ka dito, but of course if you want to, then you need to be extra careful, 'di ba? So so ganito yung itsura ng Bitcoin. So I guess, no, I hope na nasagot yung mga nagtatanong sa akin. Now, when it comes to security, and at the same time when it comes to tawag nito, simplicity, I guess if you want to start investing, maybe you can try to invest in our Philippine economy, no? Because you can try mutual funds, because mutual funds is backed by the government, of course, by the Securities and Exchange Commission, the Philippine Stock Exchange. So for me, that would be safer. And if everything goes south, no, not according to our plan, then of course we have a backstop, no? Meron tayong aatrasan, 'di ba? When it comes, if there's a problem that will happen. So pag-usapan naman natin ngayon if what would be the steps if you want to invest in mutual funds. Okay? Now, on the other side of the coin, what would happen if I will invest instead first in mutual funds? Well, of course, mutual funds is, of course, it has the advantage of shared risk. So maganda kasi sa mutual funds because hindi lang ikaw yung investor. There are different investors, no? And there's more people na nag-e-invest in a single pool. So pag sinabing pool, meaning yung funds ng kaibigan mo, yung funds ko, yung funds mo, yung funds niya, inipon, then eventually nilagay dito sa fund house, yung pools of money. So hindi lang ako yung nag-invest, but a lot of people invested. Then of course the risk is, 'di ba, divided into many. So for me, that's one of the best feature about mutual funds. Then at the same time, sa mutual funds, hindi mo na kailangan mag-isip how to trade. You don't need to dive into the complexity of studying charts, especially in trading with Bitcoin, which has very unpredictable, no, and somewhat like astronomical value, something like that. So for me, mutual funds is more predictable because at the same time, there's a fund manager that will do the work while you sleep. And at the same time, those funds are invested in a very trusted, 'di ba, na mga companies. So there's really the real source, no, of investment. So just like if we'll invest in Jollibee, of course that's very strong company and very standard in the Philippines. We have BPI, we have SM, 'di ba? We have Mega World, no, Ayala Land, and of course etc. 'Di ba? So dito mag-i-invest, at least you know where did you put your money, 'di ba? At least alam mo na si fund manager is working on your stocks while you are asleep, while you are at work, 'di ba? And at the same time, alam mo kung saan nakalagay yung funds mo. And of course, eventually it will generate returns which will be passed back on to you. Yun yung maganda sa mutual funds. And at the same time, even the SSS invested in mutual funds. So you can say that mutual funds is a legal and a very trusted investment. 'Di ba? Because mutual funds is backed by the government. So even SSS invest in mutual funds, particularly in Philequity. 'Di ba? Magkano? 3 billion po pesos. 'Di ba? So another more benefits of mutual funds, professional management. You don't need to be expert in trading. You don't need to dive into the complexity of learning how to trade in bitcoins or cryptocurrencies or in stocks, because in mutual funds, in investing in stocks, meron ng fund manager who has more than 3 decades of experience that will take care of our investment. Potentially higher returns, and at the same time, potentially higher returns, but not eventually na malaki din yung risk, 'di ba? Because dito nga sa mutual funds, the risk is shared, and at the same time, the risk is minimized because, 'di ba? It has instant diversification. Diversified yung mutual funds. Sa isang portfolio, 'di ba? You can buy a lot of shares, 'di ba? Because mutual funds is diversified, 'di ba? In a single fund, just like the IMG Soldivo fund, the strategic fund, there are 10 companies, the top 10 companies na ini-invest yung funds natin, just like Jollibee, 'di ba? We have BDO, BPI, SM Corporation, Ayala Land Corporation, companies that you've trusted long before, 'di ba? Then low capital requirement, 'di ba? So low capital requirement. Bakit? For as low as 1,000 pesos, you can start with mutual funds. Then yung additional investment mo, especially with Rampver, our partner, it's only 500 pesos yung additional na investment mo. And you can see your funds every day. You can monitor because there's safety and transparency, because you will have your own online account to check your portfolio every day. And at the same time, tax exempted po yung mutual funds. 'Di ba? Yun yung maganda about mutual funds. That at the end of the day, you are really sure, 'di ba? That your funds is there, that your funds are safe, 'di ba? And at the same time, your funds, your investment is being backed by the government. Because that's the problem with cryptocurrency right now. Because cryptocurrency in the Philippines is not being backed by the government. Yun yung problema eh. Because I have a friend, a good friend of mine, actually, he's one of my consistent clients before in my past business. So she's like around 26 years old, and I think she invested in a Bitcoin platform. Then eventually, yung Bitcoin platform, when he's about to withdraw his funds, eventually, she cannot withdraw her funds because nawala na yung gumawa ng platform. They wanted to sue the person, of course. But the problem is, in what section of the law nasasaklaw yung ganon? Because cryptocurrency investing in the Philippines is not being backed by the Securities and Exchange Commission and of course the government. Of course, stock market, mutual funds, yun, of course, being backed by the government. So, in that case, na biglang nag-lock yung platform, you cannot withdraw your funds, what would you do? All your funds are gone. So, I think, I remember, there's a guy, na, of course, binalita, he had a Bitcoin account, wallet, na merong maraming funds. I think that's around $200 million. And he cannot remember the password. So, I think he only has mga 2 tries na lang to input that password. Then, after that one, if he cannot hit the password right, then those $200 million will go down to the drain. Well, at the end of the day, this is just some tips for you in investing. But if you really want to dive in the world of cryptocurrency, always remember, ma-advise ko lang talaga sa inyo is you need to prepare for the risk. Of course, the higher the risk, then of course, um, there comes the rewards or the loss. So ganun lang naman po eh. Do not invest more than what you can't afford to lose. But for me, if you want to start in investing, if you want to be exposed in investing in the stocks platform, for me, the best place to start is investing in mutual funds. Because na-experience ko siya personally, and for me, it's more profitable, no? Actually, in cryptocurrencies, I've lost lots of funds, no, and there are funds that I have not recovered as well. But for me, it's a charge to experience, no. But if you want, no, if you're a smart person, most probably will take that experience from me, and maybe you can start to invest in a more solid and more predictable platform, and of course more secure platform, which is the mutual funds. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope that you've enjoyed our content for today. For more contents, just hit the subscribe and like button, and of course the notification bell para ma-update ka for more videos. If meron kang suggestion that you want to have a video with us, no, so you can comment below. And of course, if you want to learn more about investing in mutual funds, you can watch more videos in our channel, or you can contact me through my details below. Thank you so much, and God bless. Thank you so much po sa pagtangkilik ng ating mga video sa channel. At dahil natapos mo ang video na ito, mayroon akong free gift sa'yo. Bibigyan kita ng free copy ng librong ito, The Secret to Saving and Building Your Future, authored by Brother Bo Sanchez and Xuan Nguyen. Para makuha ang free copy nito, punta ka lang sa baba at click mo lang yung more information sa video natin para makita mo ang link at makuha mo ito. Pag ayaw mo naman, pwede ka naman mag-comment ng yung name at email para masend ko sa iyo ang book na ito directly. Maraming salamat. God bless po.